Hey y'all, it's Emma Crystal, and let me share something with you that has proven to be a huge aha in my life. Building a business will teach you things no classroom ever could. Some lessons are free, others charge tuition. And I know because I've paid for a master's degree building Amani Bath Spa. The final masterclass, this one, is not about marketing, it's not about pricing, it's not about systems. It is about the person behind the profit. Because here's what I've learned. Your business can only grow as much as you do. You got that right. Your business can only grow as much as you do. So think about everything, everywhere we've been throughout this blueprint. We started with your foundation. The thing most entrepreneurs skip. They don't build that solid foundation, so their businesses kind of crumble as things move forward. We talked about knowing your worth, pricing for six figures. We talked about becoming a client magnet, earning trust before you ever ask for a sale. Remember that trust bridge we talked about building? We talked about marketing, about showing up and standing out without burning yourself out in the process. Remember? And then last session, we talked about systems, building the kind of business that can run without you running yourself into the ground. Foundation, pricing, trust, marketing, systems. Every single one of those is a strategy, and strategies matter. Lord knows they do. But strategy has a ceiling, and that ceiling is you. You have the perfect pricing model, the perfect offer, the perfect systems, and you still stay stuck. If the person running all of it hasn't grown into who he or she needs to become to hold six figures. Do you get that? So that's what today is about, the person behind the profits. I want to walk you through 4 truths I've learned the hard way, not from a textbook, from the floor of my very own business. Resilience, setbacks, wins, community. And let's go through them one at a time. The first truth is this. Resilience is staying consistent when nobody's clapping. Anybody can show up when the room is cheering, right? And anybody can post when the DMs are flooding in and the calendar is full. The real test is showing up on that Tuesday when nobody comments. The Monday when 3 people join your live instead of 30. The month when revenue dips and you don't know why. Y'all, I ran out of money for Amani for that build out 3 times. I looked at my bank account one day and I saw $1.63. No, not $163. $1.63. And I didn't know what to do. I just knew I hadn't come that far to fail. I sing with a small choir, and there's an old song. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. Well, I reworked the words for where I was, which was, I don't believe I've come this far to be defeated. I sang lead on that song, and let me tell you, that line became like an anthem to me. It got me through those next 2 bottom of the barrel moments. And here's what I want you to remember. Consistency is not the same thing as instant results. Consistency is like the deposit. Results are the withdrawal. And withdrawals don't always come on your schedule. Truth number 2. Setbacks are not the end of the story. They're data. Every business owner I know who's actually built something has a graveyard of things that didn't work. A service that nobody bought, a launch that flopped, a hire that wasn't right. The question was never, did I fail? The question was, what is this trying to teach me? Come on, get the lesson, y'all. When I was building Amani, my general contractor assigned me a plumber who had never built a spa before. I didn't know that going in, and this was my very first time ever doing a brick and mortar build. So honestly, I didn't even know what I didn't know. That plumber broke open the concrete floor from the front of my building all the way to the back. And no work could move forward until he passed inspection and closed up that floor. Over an 8-month period, he failed inspection 8 times. We finally got to the point where we could close the floor, and then he failed 3 more times after that. 11 failed inspections on a floor that I fortunately didn't have to pay for that whole time, but I couldn't run any business. That was a major setback, but it was setback data, not a stop, because we got there, right? It's open now. A setback only becomes a failure the moment you stop asking, what is it here to teach me? What do I need to learn from this? The third truth, you have to learn to celebrate your wins, especially the quiet ones. See, most of us are wired to notice what's wrong and skip right past what's working. You hit a revenue goal and immediately you start worrying about next month. You get a glowing testimonial and immediately you wonder if it's a fluke. That habit will exhaust you, and worse, it teaches your brain that nothing you do is ever enough. Stop it. I want to give you permission today. The client who rebooked, the month you finally paid yourself first, the moment someone said your name to a friend because they helped you, those are not small things. Those are the 6 figures. Those are the 6 figures. They just haven't all landed in your bank account yet. Celebrate the small ones on the way to the big one. That's not arrogance. That's fuel. That's exactly why I started my Fat Juicy Friday wins. Because if we don't stop and celebrate progress, we'll spend our whole lives chasing the next milestone and the next one, and we'll never realize how far we've already come. Truth number 4, you cannot do this alone, and you were never supposed to. Why do you think we have so many people in the world? Entrepreneurship gets sold to us as a solo sport. Just you, your hustle, your grind. But every single person I know who has ever built something sustainable had people around them. People who understood exactly what they were carrying because they were carrying something similar. And I got to tell you that sometimes the greatest gift isn't advice. It's hearing someone say, me too. The right community does something a client, a friend, or even a family member usually can't. It reflects your growth back to you. It tells you the truth when you need it, and it reminds you on the hard weeks that you're not the only one gritting your teeth through a slow month. Find your people, y'all. Not just any people, the right people who are also building, also growing, also willing to be honest with you. Go to meetings, mixers, networking events. You have to get yourself out and meet someone other than your friendly 4 walls. Out of every talk in this entire series, I think this one might be the most important, because strategy without the person behind it, it doesn't hold. You can learn every framework, install every system, nail every price point, and still burn out, still quit, still shrink back from the very success you built if you haven't done the inner work along with the outer work. 6 figures is not built by the smartest strategy in the room, y'all. 6 figures is built by the person who keeps implementing, using the systems, even when it's uncomfortable, even when nobody's clapping, even when the last launch didn't work, even when there's nobody in the room to remind her that she's doing better than she thinks. That person is who we've been building this whole series, not just a business owner who can actually hold what she's built, right? So here's what I want you to do. Join me for the final class in the 6-figure business blueprint. We're going to take these 4 truths: resilience, setbacks, wins, and community, and turn them into something you can actually carry forward. Not just something you nodded along to today. Thank you. And I'll just say this. Monday's class is going to close this whole series out in a way I haven't done before. There's something special I'm bringing to this final session, and you're going to want to be there live to get it. This is the last one of the series, and I think it might be the one you need most. So I'll see you on Monday. And remember, yes, we're building strong businesses, but we're also building amazing business owners. because businesses don't change the world, people do. Now, go out there and build something great.